So today we're going to talk about Hollywood hypocrisy and a little bit of history. You see, the Screen Actors Guild is known as SAG-AFTRA, and it's making waves right now with a new ruling that could leave social influencers out in the cold. In a move that echoes the infamous Hollywood blacklist, SAG-AFTRA has declared that non-member influencers who promote for studios during the course of this strike are going to be barred from guild admission if they're not already part of the guild, which I guess they are, or some of them are. I don't know how it works, but this guild's decision is already causing headaches for major studios and streamers who actually heavily rely on influencers to generate buzz. But is that ruling fair, or rule, or whatever you want to call it? Or is it another instance of hypocrisy within the guild? Well, we're going to dive into the details on this one, and hey, it may mean that I'm never allowed to be a part of the Screen Actors Guild. What a bummer. Here we go. Hey Grant, have you ever thought about becoming a member of this guild?
Why would I do a dumb thing like that?
Because, I mean, we could get in trouble.
There's no guild out here.
Yeah, I don't care either.
You're right. I shouldn't even care.
Anyway, according to the SAG-AFTRA strike website, the rules for social media influencers during the strike are clear. Any non-member seeking future membership in SAG-AFTRA who performs covered work or services for a struck company during the current strike will not be admitted into membership in SAG-AFTRA. This means that influencers who take up promotional work for studios and streamers while not being members of the guild will be permanently barred from joining in the future. Now, the impact of this ruling, obviously, as I mentioned before, is already being felt by a lot of studios, major studios, in fact, who heavily rely on popular platforms like TikTok, of course. For example, Sony's Insidious actually just did a promotional campaign for their Red Door film that saw tremendous success with the help of a couple of different social media influencers, Brent Rivera, something like that, and Ben Azalart. Anyway, sorry, probably didn't get those names right, but between the two of them, they shared a combined 90 million followers, so their promotion got to a lot of people, and such collaborations have been key in creating buzz for generating excitement for tentpole projects like that. Although, to be fair, Insidious the Red Door wasn't exactly a tentpole, it was more of a mid-level horror film, which, believe it or not, is actually responsible for saving Hollywood right now, but hey, we'll keep going. Now, there already were exceptions for this ruling, which is weird, because influencers who already were contracted to promote struck work are expected to fulfill their obligations. Additionally, even if influencers are not paid to promote studio or streamer content on social media, it's actually advised that they refrain from doing so in the future, whether as a fan or in paid capacity. Well, I don't get paid by anybody other than YouTube, and does that apply to me? Who knows at this point? Now, the strike's guidelines are, well, they're explicit, and they state that influencers should avoid posting any struck work on social media platforms. How would you know? And of course, the impact of this ruling, as I've already reported before, is extending to things like events like Comic-Con and other fan events. And that's where social media influencers often participate. It extends to cosplayers. I mean, they're basically prohibited from promoting companies involved in the strike, including appearances on panels, fan meet and greets, as I said, even cosplay contests. Anything related to struck work, that's a no-go. There is a glimmer of hope for social media influencers, I guess. I mean, they can still pursue and engage in brand partnership jobs. I mean, who wants to be the next Mulvaney? But the SAG-AFTRA strike website clarifies that influencers can continue to pursue commercial work, including influencer-generated brand deals covered by SAG-AFTRA influencer agreement or an influencer waiver. That's a lot of weird. Are you keeping up with this? Because I'm not. While SAG-AFTRA actually appears magnanimous in allowing influencers to pursue brand partnership jobs, there remains a question of fairness. Will lesser-known individuals face preemptive blacklisting from the guild? For example, me, or maybe Gary from Nerdrotic, or perhaps, Tom from Midnight's Edge. It seems that the guild is not without its share of hypocrisy, as it enforces strict rules on influencers while navigating its own challenges and granting waivers to independent film productions. This is getting confusing. And as the strike continues and tensions rise, only time's gonna tell how the influencer blacklist, because that's what it really is. You remember back in the old days of Hollywood, the blacklist was a bad thing. And of course, the broader strike will shape the entertainment industry. I think we need to stay tuned to all of this because, look, navigating this landscape is gonna form its own minefield of truths, for lack of a better way of putting it. Now we arrive at the point where I hear from you. While the video may be over, I want to know your thoughts. So use that comment section down below. And here's a couple questions if you're interested. Do you believe that SAG-AFTRA's decision to blacklist influencers is fair? Is this ruling a necessary step or an instance of hypocrisy within the guild? I'm very interested in your opinions, as I mentioned before, so use that comment section down below and let's get into it, because this is a thought-provoking conversation and apparently it could influence or affect my future and many others. And with that, I want to encourage you to go ahead, if you're not subscribed, to hit the little red subscribe button and turn it to gray. And turn on those reminders by clicking the bell icon. Turn them all on, because I do live streams, I do polls, I do videos, and well, some other things here and there. And if you're a member, we're going to add some more membership benefits as well. Not just here on this platform, but on all of my platforms, because why not? And be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.